Hello everyone, good morning. I'm making a presentation on the dynamics of social inclusion of persons with disability in Nigeria. A case of LIEPO, Cheshire disability in Nigeria. I am Claret Chinwe Okoye, a student of Leuuven. The first is my motivation. Why did I choose this field of research? One is that I have so much passion for these people with disability, the less privileged ones in the society, because I see them as the most neglected in the society, and I have concern for them, for their well-being, for their educational life, their vocational life, or some of them who are not intellectually okay. Then I also like to put smiles on their faces. That is the major thing that motivated me into the research work. And again, I see the way they are being treated like they are not human beings. And there are different kinds of maltreatment are being meted out on them, and they are being pushed aside, unlike every other member of the society. So I feel so much for them, not really feeling pity for them, but I feel so much of how I can assist people of this kind. In life, we all quest for survival, each and every one of us. And in as much as we want to survive, we need to struggle to survive. These people also, they need the same thing. They want to survive, just like us. They don't just want to sit there and people feel pity for them. It's not what they want. I see them a kind of challenge to us, all think that we are able. And disability, for me, it's not inability. That they are disabled, maybe a kind of physically challenge, is a kind of challenge for them, as we have different challenges in life to survive. That disability is also a challenge for these people, and they need to live beyond that disability in order to survive in the society. And that is why they need our help to do that, because they cannot do it alone. Then there are various means through which we survive in the society. And some of them is like job opportunity, both in the government sector or in the private sector. Some of these people are not given that opportunity to participate, whether in the private sector or in the government sector. Although some of them are qualified to do that, maybe some of them who have been trained academically, who can teach in schools, who can work in different offices, but they are not given that opportunity because of the situation they found themselves in life, which is none of their making. So they need that opportunity to have job in the society. Then for some of them who are not intellectually okay, they also need to be trained in skills. Some of them could be good in sports, some of them could be good in sewing, some of them could be good in any kind of handwork. You can train them off, and they are open to learn, but the opportunities are often denied. Then some of them who are, like I said, some of them who are trained in academic field have no opportunity to go into the society, like public schools, to teach or to work because of their disabled situation. And also, we have industries where we work as disabled people, and these people who are qualified also, who are disabled, are not given the opportunity to work in industries or factories or anywhere at all in the society. So that is what I am interested in. I want to see the possibility of making these people gain access to these places and be able to be accepted by the society just like every other person. Then in Nigeria, in 1990 there was a United Nations Convention held, and in this convention it was agreed that every child must have equal rights. And if this was agreed that every child must have equal rights, irrespective of who you are, what you are, disabled or not, it's not important. Why then are these people being discriminated upon? Are they not part of the children? Are they not part of the citizens of this country? So why are they not given their rights just like every other persons do? So why social inclusion for these people if really what we agreed on, they are part of it? So why shouldn't they be treated like every other person? Why are they being marginalized? Why are they being deprived of their human rights? And why are they being treated as inhumans? Circumstances of life should not limit the chances of these people to survive. They need it and you must give it to them, no matter what it takes. Then, social inclusion. How then are we to include these people into the society? First, in Nigeria, the government have made several efforts to see how these people could be included into society. And the efforts they have made, one of them, they are all limited. One of them is building of homes. They build homes like rehabilitation centers or home for the disabled, and they bring all these people together and keep them in the homes. And they are like abandoned people, and they depend on the charity of individuals to survive. They overlook them, but that is not good for them. It is not social inclusion. It's the wrong way of bringing them into the society. What they need is not just building home for them and keeping them there and abandoning them. No. They need to do something for themselves. They need to do something to be able to live independent life. They need to provide their own needs. They need to take care of their families, because some of them, they have families. So, and they cannot do this within the four walls of that building. Like the center I am using, the LIEPO Center home I'm using as my case study. These homes, they have 5 different homes in Nigeria, and I believe that if this kind of home could be established in all the 36 states of Nigeria, they will be able, Nigeria will be able to achieve this social inclusion, because in these homes, what they do is they train these people. Some of them who are intelligent, they train them in the school, and they send them into the government school, the universities to teach. Some of them are lecturers in the schools. Then some of them also, they work in the ministry. Then some of them who are not intellectual, okay, they train them in skills. Like some of them into sports, and they participate both in local and international sports. They go on competition, and some of them have won medals in such competitions, especially in the weightlifting. And some of them taking part in the weightlifting. Some of them are males, some of them are females. So, and they do it very well. So, and then some of them also are still in school. So what they are interested in, and they don't keep them there. Once you finish whatever, if you are into a vocational school, you finish whatever you are learning, they help you to establish. And then you go out, you live outside the homes, you have your own home, you have your own family, and you do whatever you have learned there, and from there you take care of yourselves. So, and I believe that if such can be established in the whole states we have in Nigeria, either 1 or 2 places in the whole state, it will be able to assist these people to bring them out from that rehabilitation home or disabled home, as they call it, bring them into the society, and that will also help them to live beyond that disability, and they will feel like every other person, and they will also contribute to the economic growth of the country. Okay, like in the social inclusion also, there is this idea people have a kind of using begging to assist people with disability. They go out in group, not those people now, not the disabled persons, but a group of persons. They go out and they beg in the name of those people, and they bring the money to the home to help them. I also said it's a wrong way of social inclusion, because going out to beg for them is not what they need. So they want to come out and do the work themselves. They want to show that their disability does not mean that they have inability to participate in the society. Then prospective ideas. One is that it is not enough to build homes, like I said, and leave those people there. They need to come out. They need to take part in the society. They need to feel the environment they are in. They need to feel the people also, and contribute their own codes, their own ideas, because each and every one of us has a particular gift, which, if not developed, it dies with you. But when it is developed, people will also gain from it, be it knowledge or whatever, or skills. Then they also need access to resources to enable them to develop their skills, like I said. They need active participation in the society. And they need to create their own ideas also, not giving them yours. They also have theirs and they want to share it. They need to be given the opportunity to do that. Then elimination of barriers. All these barriers limiting these people from taking active part in the society. How do we eliminate them? First of all, we have to start by attitudinal reconstruction, because I think this has the major role to play in the life of these people. We who feel we are able, we are okay, we don't have problem, it is these people that has that problem. And we feel pity for them. That is not what they need. So we have to kill that spirit of pity. That is not what they need. What they need is what we help them to belong to the society, to participate fully in the society. So we have to stop pitying them. We don't need to be, because when you pity them, they still feel that I am nothing. But they don't need it. They need encouragement. You need to encourage them. You need to let them know that the situation they have found themselves is no limit to what they can achieve in life. That is what they need, encouragement. Then they need to be trained. Like I said, for some of them who can do well in academics, they need to be trained, and you push them into the society to work. Some of them can be a good professor despite their condition. Maybe if the person is on wheelchair, the wheelchair does not affect the brain at all. He can still deliver. So they need to be trained and helped. Then we also need to give them equal access and equal rights, just like every other person, to make this work. Then in most of our buildings, like in Nigeria, we don't have space for these people at all. We don't, like, you go to hospitals, they build staircases of which they cannot climb the staircase. So when they get to the hospital, they still need somebody to assist them. Maybe if they need to go up, they need somebody to assist them. So we need to also make space for them where they can, for some of them who are in wheelchair, can also move without stress to get to wherever they want to get to. Then in the shops, you go to some shops, it's very narrow. When they want to buy things, they can't move on their own because they cannot have access to the shops to pick whatever they have. So they need space also. So in the buildings, we need to consider them, put them into consideration. And then like parks, here I see when you're, anywhere you go, you have parks, you see space created for these people. But it's not like that in Nigeria. We don't have space for such people. I've never seen anywhere for people with disability the sign that this space are for them, you know. So we also need to work on that. And another challenge we are facing is also the facility they need for self-independence. Something like that wheelchair, it's only for the rich. The poor have no access to wheelchair. They can just make whatever can help them move. So they also need it. And the government needs to work seriously on that to be able to provide for them all the necessary facilities they need to assist them in their independent living.